Alright, this is a video for Lab4 and this is Shane. So for this lab we will introduce you Boolean operation which we already seen in those extrude command. Then we will introduce trim body um, and the shell command. So in part 2 we'll talk about how to make the handle for this project. So the handle is this one, and we talked about how to make the top blade in the last week. Okay, so first let's talk about the Boolean command. So Boolean command is mm, it's it's a name for some. This is actually a logic operation. It's like and or and I don't know which one is this, the counterpart in computer science. So it's like in your programming you have and all those Boolean commands, Boolean operation. So for the CAD software we have unite, subject, intersect. Okay, and uh, keep in mind that the Boolean operation is only for solid. So if you have some geometry like this, the 2D sheet, uh, Boolean does not work on that. Okay, and so first let's talk about the where the command is. So the command is the individual command. The standalone command is here on the toolbar. You also have the Boolean option in extrude, revolve, and some other parts swept. Okay, so pretty much any command that will create a solid geometry will have this tab. Okay, so when you create your geometry you have the option to add this geometry onto the solid that you already made. Okay, so you can either use this or you can use the standalone command, which will have one uh, list on one entry in the part navigator, so you can modify them later. Okay, so here I have three solids already, so two cylinder and one cubic. If you want to know how to create them, you can go to insert design feature. You can create insert those very regular geometry by using these commands. You don't need to have a sketch then extrude. Okay, you can just insert those. So by the way, you also have the Boolean tab here. Okay, when you create those geometries. Okay, let's turn on wireframe. Okay. Here you can clearly see those three solids are separate. Okay, so for the first Boolean operation, unite. Okay, let's try to use unite, and here you can see two options: the target and the tool. Uh, the target, well, it's pretty straightforward. But here, if for unite, target, and the tool, it's not that important. Basically, the target is the operation, uh, the object that this operation will be working on. So if you select the cube as your target, and then you select your cylinder as your target, then the NX will add the cylinder to the cube. Okay, instead of add the cube to the cylinder. But in Unite, this is basically the same. So you don't have to worry about target and tool. Okay, and you can see clearly the wireframe changed after you unite these two pieces, and on the right side they're still separate. Okay, and as well as uh, the render, what do you call this? The shaded view, and you have this solid line here. So here, because they're separate, so you don't have a solid edge. Okay, so that's the unite command, and I'm gonna undo this, and we'll go to subtract. Okay, so in subtract, the tool is the object that you want to cut. I'm sorry, the target will be the object you want to cut. The tool will be the object you used to cut the target. So if you pick different target and the tool, you will have different results. Let's pick the cube as the target first, and then you pick the tool, the cylinder. So as you can see, the cylinder just cut some volume off the cube. So what if we pick them reversely? If we pick the cylinder as your target and you pick the cube as the tool, we will have the cylinder on the screen, but the cube will be disappeared. Okay, so that's the way you use subject and keep in mind the target and the tool. Okay, which one you should pick. Then the last one is intersect. Okay, which is basically the shared volume between two solids. So again, here the target and the tool are not that important compared to subtract. Okay, since these two are pretty much at the same level. So you pick the target, then you pick the tool, you will have the shared volume. Okay, so this Boolean command is very useful if you want to create some complicated shape and geometry. Okay, so let's go to the trim body command, and we have used this in the last lab for the top blade part, and here is a detailed instruction introduced for the this command. So trim body, you're gonna use a face or a datum for a solid body or a sheet body. So here we have a sheet body. In the Boolean command, the Boolean is only for solid body. Okay, so you're gonna be very clear about this. The Boolean is for solid only. Then the trim body can actually cut the 2D sheet. Okay. The trim body command is very useful for some geometry, like the handle we're going to make, which on the side view you can see after you extrude the handle, you will have a non-flat top and bottom. So you can create some shape using trim body to cut off some excessive solidity as well as the sheet. So let's demonstrate the trim body command using some simple geometry. And we have solid here already. Then I'm gonna create a sketch so you can have some 2D sheets, and I'm gonna extrude an open curve. Okay, so once you extrude the open curve, you will generate 2D sheets. Let's finish sketch, then use the extrude command, pick this up. Okay, so that will be a 2D sheet, the sheet body. Then this is a solid body. Okay, the the whole thing. You want the sheet to cover everything you want to cut, and that'll be okay. And then we can use the trim body command, which is here. Okay. And then first you're gonna pick the target. That will be the object that we are going to cut. So that will be the sheet and those solid. Okay. Then we can actually pick this plane as your cutting tool, or you can create a new plane if you have some very regular geometry. Okay, we can do that later, and I'm gonna using this face as your cutting tool first. So as you can see, the top part of the geometry has been cut. Then and there's one arrow indicating the normal direction of this sheet is upward. Then the all the geometry above uh, this 2D sheet will be cut off. Then what if I want to cut off the bottom part? We can use this reverse direction button. Okay, you can just click this to change the direction of this the normal direction of this sheet. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Then what if I don't want to use this? Okay, what if I want to cut off maybe the center of this cube? So let's hide this sheet first, and we can actually create a new plane uh, in the fly when you're using this command. So we can use bisector, to find the center of this cube. So you will pick two face and to create a face that's in between these two face. And I believe I picked the side face. Okay, so we can maybe pick this one. Okay, so bisector, we can try the cylinder and deselect, pressing shift. Okay, I picked the top, then I pick the bottom. So it will generate a mid face between top and bottom. The bottom. So either you can draw a face, you can create a 2D sheet for your trim body command, or you can create a new plane if you have some regular geometry and you want to find some face at the uh, some ideal place, and it's easier to define place. Okay, so that's the trim body command, which can be used for both solid and sheet body. The boolean is only good for solid body. Okay, so the last command I'm going to introduce is the sheet command. The sheet command is good for uh, some items that's made of sheet metal at the same thickness, like the pliers handle in the summer semester, and the cutter handle in this semester. So in real life, this thing is um, created by fold the sheet metal into this shape. So the thickness of this part is the same everywhere. That's where you want to use sheet command to create this kind of geometry. So let's delete everything except the cube. Okay. Now we have this cube here. What if I want to make maybe a rectangle or cubic bucket? Okay. So you're gonna dig a hole in the middle with the same thickness on the wall. Then shell command is here. You can find this, or you can use the command finder to type in the command, and NX will point you out where the command is. Alright, so you can define the thickness of the shell, and then you can define the face I'm gonna dig into, where we're gonna start dig. Okay, if you pick the top face will be removed, then this shell will generate based on the top face. So if I pick the side face also, the side face will be deleted, and then you will have this kind of geometry. So for some geometry like this, okay, it's like a C shape cross section. You can pick the next face, you will have something like that. Also, pay attention to this filter, or this face rule here. Okay, you can pick tangent face, and that's the default, and you can pick single face and adjacent face. So in the project, in this part, you can see the side face are tangent. Okay, if I hide the grip part, this side face is tangent. So if you use trim body command, by default it will be on the tangent face. Okay, so once you pick a face like this, you will pick all the face that's tangent to this the face you pick. And for the handle part, you actually need to pick one extra face, which is this one, because this face is not tangent to the group of faces you just picked up. Okay, and that will be detailed in the second part of the video. So let's go back to the model. So that's the way you use this shell command, and that will be pretty neat for some geometry like this. Okay, and then we will talk about how to make the handle in the second part of the video. There will be some simplification for the grip part. We removed this piece as well as this ridge here. Okay, that'll be flush. And the homework, let's go to the end of the slides. The homework will be two parts. The top blade from last week, and this handle from this week. Then, as usual, we only require one screenshot of the isometric view with the part navigator. Okay, you have to include this. Then during the process that you create those parts, you will want to take enough screenshots so you can use them in your report. So imagine you are actually writing the report, take as many as possible the screenshots you have to, and then so you don't have to come back and take more screenshots. Alright, this is all for the part 1 of the video, and we'll go to part 2.